families have their issues and they all have their secrets, whether these secrets are little tiny fibs that you don't tell your mom or if they're big, huge, scandalous lies. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, a lie that my grandparents kept for over 50 years, that they didn't tell any of their family or friends, and that they kept it until just a few years ago. So it starts out in about 1955. They were in senior years in high school and they started dating. They'd gone together, or they'd gone to elementary school all the way up till high school together. And so they got together in senior year of high school. They graduated together, spent the summer together, and then my grandma went to college at Northwestern University where she had a full ride scholarship. And she came back. My grandfather joined the military. He was going to be in the Air Force and stationed in Nebraska. So she came back for winter break and told him that she was pregnant, that they couldn't tell anyone. They couldn't tell her parents or anyone. So they decided that they would get married. She decided that she was going to follow him to Nebraska where they would take care of the baby, figure out what they were going to do. And she was going to leave behind her full ride scholarship. So upon telling her parents that she was going to get married and leave behind her scholarship, her parents disowned her, said that they weren't going to come to the marriage. But they still ended up getting married. They got married January 1st, and then a couple days later, they got driven by my grandfather's parents to Nebraska, where they were going to figure out what they were going to do to the baby. And my great-grandmother, who drove them there, realized that she was pregnant and sent them a bunch of baby clothes when she got back home without saying anything. And then and my grandma, without wanting to admit that she was pregnant, she sent them back saying that she wasn't pregnant. And so my grandfather was then moved around the time that she was going to have the baby, and he was in Greenland. And so she had the baby, contacted Child Services because she wanted to give it away, because she couldn't take care of it. She didn't want to tell her parents that she got pregnant out of wedlock. So she made up a story after she gave it away. She had it for about a month, and then she gave it away to Child Services. Someone took it, and she made up a story for all of her friends that she met in Nebraska that it died of sudden infantile death syndrome. So she told all of her friends that it died, and then she actually called the military, saying that they needed to send my grandfather home to Nebraska to help with this dead baby. And she said that the baby was dead, and to the military, and lied so he could come home. So he came home, helped her produce a fake funeral. She told him, obviously, that she gave it away. He helped her do a fake funeral, fake wake, and then no less than 16 months later, my mom was born. And so that means only 7 months after they gave away this baby, they got pregnant again with my mom. And flash forward to about 50 years to 2010. We had just gotten back from a cruise, and we were staying at my grandparents' place in Florida, and we were having breakfast over the breakfast table, and they were opening the mail, and they get a mail from they get a letter from Child Services saying that they needed some money to produce this correspondence between someone who was looking for them, trying to contact them. And my grandfather forgot. He didn't know what it was. Maybe he was just saying he didn't know what it was because he was next to my mom. My mom was like, "Oh, it's a scam. They're just looking for your money." But then my grandma knew exactly what it was. She didn't say anything. She took it and took it into her bedroom, and just didn't say a word of it. Dealt with it herself, and then we just kind of forgot about it. We went back to San Diego where we live, and then about a month later, my grandma calls my mom. My mom picks up the phone. She's like, my grandma says, we found your brother that we never told you about. You have a brother, and he lives in Nebraska, and blah blah blah. Told them a little bit about him. So, and then my mom tells me you have an uncle that you don't know about that Nananbaba didn't tell us about. So, and that was crazy for me to hear, that I didn't know that I had an uncle that I just figured out about. So I could only imagine how crazy it was for her, figuring out that she had a brother born only 16 months before her. So I guess the moral of the story is just that anyone can have some crazy secret that they don't know about in their family, and you could figure it out, and it could change your life. And I guess that's it. We ended up meeting my uncle too. He's a really nice guy. My grandparents were super apologetic that they gave him away. They felt really bad. Saying that he died, they said that he died.
Oh God!
He said he was really grateful for the life that he's had with his adopted family, and he's had a really good life. So we stay in touch. We're close, so it's good. So moral of the story is, you guys could have some crazy secrets that you don't know about. You could find out about a brother or something.